Hi, and welcome to Patti Knits and Spins. I'm Patti. You can find me on Ravelry as Pattisand. There is a group, Patti Knits and Spins podcast, so please come and join me. You can follow me on Instagram. I am Pattisand631 there. So if you follow me, I'll follow you. Today is March the 2nd, 2015, and this is episode 57. On today's show, I'll have some blathering. I have a work in progress, finished objects, needle adjacent objects, purchase, spinning, stitching. I'll ask a fun fact, and whatever else crosses my mind. So sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice, your craft of choice, and let's chat. Hi everybody, I hope everybody had a great week. Sorry this is late. I was pushing to finish my finished objects before I did the podcast, so I thought I was going to get them, I got them done late Friday. Saturday, I just kind of hung out and didn't do too much, so I didn't feel like podcasting, and Sunday I sat all day stitching on a new project that I started, obviously, on Sunday. So after doing the laundry today and my workout that kicked my butt, I decided I should probably sit down and podcast. So here I am. I want to remind everybody about the knit along that we're having. It's hand spun knit along. You can knit, crochet, weave, felt with your hand spun. That's fine with me. I did pick out a prize. I picked out the Into the World flounce, which this is the classic, or the Corriedale, as you see. This is the 2014 December Club colorway. And it's got purples and like that white or light. It's like a, it's not white, it's purple, but it's really, really, really light purple. It's kind of hard to see in here. But this is what is up for grabs for that knit along. So go over to Stashless Podcast. She's got a bag to give away, and come and put it in our group, and you might win a thing of fiber. So good luck and have fun. Knitting. I am still knitting on the Voyager hat, or Voyager cap, by Tina Shaddox, S-H-A-D-D-O-X. This is Cascade 220 in the sand colorway on a size 9, 5.5 millimeter. And it is living in my bird leg bag, tortoise bag. I'm almost to the first decrease. I have like 3/4 of an inch to go, and then I will be decreasing that. I'm making it to my daddy's specifications because that's the kind of hat he likes. You will be seeing one more of these hats because I will be using the dark brown and the sand color to make a third hat for him out of this. So I need to get on it. He said there was no rush because I already finished one for him for Christmas. So, but I do want to kind of get this done and get it off the needles. That is all I have on the needles. I have tried to do the second curl. Oh, my book's over there. Tried to do the second curl. Let me see. And I've tried, and I cannot get it. I must be misreading must be misreading it because I just cannot get it to go. Let me see if I can pull it up here real quick. Sorry, I should have already had this pulled up. I didn't even think about it. It's a great, it looks really cool, but for some reason I just can't get it. And I think it's the mind trying to understand what she wants for one of the stitches because it's confusing. So it is the Cerise, C-E-R-I-S-E. And it's the one I'm trying to do. I may give up. Well, actually, I have given up on this one. I'm not sure when I will get to it, but I will start a new one probably sometime this week. It all depends on what else is going on. Finished objects. My first finished object is the Good Ale by Cecily Plurk MacDonald. Let me pull this up here. I knit this on a size 7, 4.5 millimeter in Rowan felted tweed DK in the color purple. The colorway is 182. Yep. So I did mod it. Sorry about the extreme close-up. I added 1.5 inches to the bottom. Right here is my pants. So this measurement was not long enough for me. I also put long or elbow length sleeves, which I really like. I did the this band in a size 6, the same length as this band, so that it all matches up. But today I put the thing on instead of doing the knitted one that she wanted. But anyway, I like how it turned out. And I can see this as a little top. Sorry about the extreme close-up again. I can see wearing a tank top underneath and just having it as a throw-on kind of sweater. So I was really very happy with that. So that one is done. The next one that is done is, let me go back to it here. The hand spun Sirius, C-A-E-S-I-O-U-S, so CS by Hunter Hamison. I knit, just a second. I knit this out of my hand spun that I purchased from Sock Summit. Last time you saw it, upside down. There we go. I was down here. I knit all of this, but this is not the correct size. This is very small. My skein had pink in it, and I didn't, as I was knitting this and I was getting closer and closer to the pink, I didn't think the pink would look good, so I unraveled it, or I unwound it, pulled all the green, yellow, and orange out of it I could, and this is the size I got. So it would be, okay, let me see, how did I, it would almost make a really, really cute cowl, except this yarn is very itchy. I just couldn't, it doesn't feel it. It feels nice and wonderful until you get it up around your neck, and ooh, it itches me. But I could see, if it didn't itch you, that this would make a great cowl. You could either lay it that way, or, you know, kind of stand up just a little bit, or lay it, you know, like that. I have not woven in my ends, but I have blocked it. So that, I think, turned out really cute, but it's not going to work for me, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I love the way it looks. I love how the hand spun turned out in this with it striped like that. I think it's beautiful, but I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. So it's going to be going into the stash of hand knits that I have no idea what to do with. And I have quite a few. So, 2 finished objects. Needle adjacent. My needle adjacent. If you recall, I threw this in my Stitch by Jessa Lou. This one's my Stitch by Jessa Lou TARDIS bag. Zipper. Where's the zipper? Oh, right here it is. And I was going to do the Gossip Stole by Amanda Williams. And this is out of the Needles and Artifice book. It's really cool. I haven't read it. I need to because it's really a cool book. So you can kind of see it there. And I don't know if there's another picture. But it's all charted out. And I already picked out the yarn. I had some of the Mustache in the Hell of a Skein in the Ka'apua colorway. Oops. Nope. Sorry about that. And it was the red. So this is really, really pretty red. So I think that stole will look fabulous in this color. And I believe I have more than enough. And it seems to me that I even, oh no, I just wrote down what needle sizes it needed. I'm just going to go ahead, and it uses a size 3.25 millimeters, so I'm going to get this on the needles sometime this week, hopefully. So that's what's coming up in my needle adjacent. The curls book, like I said, I'm going to hold off on that one. I may start the other one, but I'm not sure. The next one, except not the exact next one. I'm just gonna forget it. So that is what is the knitting. Spinning, I have a purchase. I got my club color. So if you are in the 3 Waters Farm club and you have not received your top of the month club, you may want to look away, but I would imagine you've already gotten it. This is Tessa 80 Polworth, sorry, 80% Polworth, 15% Tessa silk in the late winter sunset. Yeah, beautiful. Just love it. Oops, let me turn it this way. I love that pop of orange in there, or that rust. I think it's so pretty. And the blues are very, very pretty too. So this is very nice. And it's 4 ounces. So this needs to go up to into my weighting section for fiber. Yay! Spinning! I completed the spin. I just need now to ply. I will be plying this with a Hansen bobbin. Palette PC asked me over on YouTube if I would do a comparison, and I've weighed them both. The Acre Works bobbins are lighter. They're a lot lighter. A lot lighter. When I will spin with the Acre bobbins, but I don't think it would be a good idea to ply with Acre bobbins. I think they might be too light. So since I spun with the Hansen's bobbin, I will ply with the Hansen bobbin. I was also asked if I had a woolly winder for my Hansen, and I do not. I do want to get one, and that one would become my plying bobbin. But right now, I'm just going to be happy with I have 4 Hansen bobbins and 2 Acre bobbins, and I think right now that's plenty. So this is Loop Seeing Double. Yes, this is Loop Bat. The color work is Seeing Double, and it's beautiful. There's blues, and then this, it just reminds me of a rainbow. And if you recall, the Seeing Double is it goes through this progression of color twice. So you could do hand knit socks and hand knit stripy socks. So I think that might be what this is, all depending on how much my chain ply gives me. So that's what I have for spinning. Stitching. If you follow me on Instagram, you have seen a picture of every day I've worked on her. If you follow me on YouTube and you're a subscriber, you've seen the 4-minute 4-minute, 2-minute, it's either 2 to 4 minute video that I did of every day I worked on this. And it's put to music. It's really cool. I like how you can do that on YouTube. You can do pictures on YouTube and they will put music in. You can put music in and it'll do snapshots and it'll look, you know, a progression of snapshots. It's really cool. So here she is. Here is my Mirabilia Fairy. Garnet, January Garnet Fairy. All finished. Now, some of the beads are in proper places because when you're doing these way out here, I didn't count, but for the most part, everything is there. I need to soak her and redo her. Make sure she's all nice and clean so I can put her probably in the fair. But I just love how she turned out. I love it so, so much. It makes me very happy. But here she is. And that made me want to start a new stitch when I finished that one. So I went into my stash, and I had purchased this like in October of last year. It is a gold collection dimension, and it is the Woodland Enchantress. Isn't she beautiful? And this one, it threw me for a loop a little bit because there's half stitches, and I had to think about how I wanted my half stitches to lie. Because if you're doing cross stitches, all the cross stitches have to lie the same way. So your half stitch has to lay the same way as the end of the cross stitch. So I started this on the 1st. I did a little bit today. That's how far I've gotten. And I, folded the material in half, counted it up, counted it this way. And I think I'm a row off, but in the count, not in this, but in the count. So that's all right. It'll just shift over one row, which is not a problem. So on that, I've got, let's see, that tree, and I'm working over here. That's where I am. So yeah, I'm hoping to get that finished. Let's see, there's four pages, so this is the first page. And I can't wait. It's going to be beauty mess. I did break that no buying diet again. And I found a really cool one. So hold on and I'll show you. Okay, since Michael's was having a 40% off coupon. Sorry. I went ahead and went back because I found it. The Aurora Cabin. Sorry about the glare. I'm trying to get it off there. There you go. The Aurora Cabin. So, oh, it's so beautiful. I think it's Palette PC that's doing this, and it's so pretty. And that's what the Aurora looks like sometimes here in Fairbanks when you're lucky enough to see it. So, I think this will look fabulous in my house. So, this is going to be... I'm going to do this one, then I'm going to do the Christmas in London, Mirabilia, and then I'm going to do this one. And then hopefully by that time, I might be able to do the Middle Earth map from Heaven and Earth Designs. I have decided to put the Water Lily Mermaid to the side because as much as I love looking at Heaven and Earth Designs, they're beautiful. I don't like doing them. I really wish I had known that before I purchased as many as I did. I will keep Heather, I will keep Alice and Snow White. I am going to get rid of Starry Starry Night, and at some point I may be giving away those other ones, but I really love Heather, and I really want to do Heather. I think Heather would be fabulous to do. Alice and Snow White will yeah, Atlas and Snow White will be way in the back. But Heaven and Earth Designs, I do it on 25 count, 1/1, and I don't like 1/1 coverage. I like this too. Right now, these are, let's see, this one is a 16 count Aida. They're both 16 count Aidas. I like Aida. I even did, that Mirabilia is 16 count Aida. So I do have 32 count linen for the next Mirabilia. That's why I've pushed her back a little bit. So we'll see how that works out. Looking around, all I have now is the Alaska question. So let me bring it up, because I have it this time. LME Cole asked, who is Linda. Hi, Linda. Linda asked me a question. Let me get back here. Linda asked, I'd like to know how long it stays light during the longest day of the year. I pulled up alaska.org weather daylight hours, and in Fairbanks, that's what I'm looking at, on June 17th through June 19th through the 21st, the sunrise is 3:07 a.m. and the sun sets at 12:34 a.m. So you have dusk, sunrise, sunset, dusk again. So it is light those days that long. I'm gonna go back here because there was something, interesting that this said. Okay, it says, when does the sun set during your Alaska trip? Some people think Alaska has less sunlight than other places. The opposite is true. Averaged over an entire year, Alaska gets 10 to 17 minutes more daylight per day than the rest of the country. If you include civil twilight, Alaska gets 40 minutes more light on average than the rest of the country. Even during those months of the year when Alaska has the same daylight hours as other locations, the days seem longer. That's because the sun rises and sets later in Alaska due to zone boundaries. So that's kind of cool. That's really kind of cool. So, Linda, I hope that answered your question. I forgot. I should look and see what it says it's doing right now. Let me look. Oh, I'll look on my phone. It'll tell me there. See, I'm sorry. I didn't think of this. I did not think of this. Let's see. Okay, so tomorrow the sun will rise at 7:53. And it'll probably set around 6:10, it says. So that's almost, it's almost 12 hours already, when we were only at 3 hours in December. So it does go quickly. Now I think we're gaining 7 minutes a day. So it's awesome. So Linda, I hope that answered your questions. If you have any other questions for me, you can ask me here on the group or ask me on YouTube. I will get to them as soon as I can. On YouTube, it does take me a couple of days to get to, and I feel bad about that. So I want to conclude with, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for stopping in and checking me out and staying this long. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for continuing. I have over 200 members or subscribers on YouTube. Yay! Come join the group, because we have 100 in the group. So please come to the group, join the group. Check out FlossTube. There's some really beautiful stuff. Palette PC. great stuff again, Palette PC. I'm loving it, Bev. Check out anybody else's podcasts. There's tons of podcasts that you can check out every day. I am still woefully behind on a lot of them. I didn't watch a lot of podcasts when I was vacationing. I watched a few of my regular ones, and then the other ones kind of slid. I do like to sit and watch stitching ones when I'm stitching and knitting, and I obviously like to watch knitting ones too. Right now, though, I have been watching The Sopranos on Amazon Prime. Yeah, awesome! It was kind of funny. Yesterday, my husband was cooking dinner, and it was bleep this and bleep that and bleep, 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 and he went, "What are you watching?" I said, "I'm watching The Sopranos." Don't you remember The Sopranos? And he's like, "I didn't watch The Sopranos." We were married at the time. He didn't watch The Sopranos. But I am in the 3rd season, and it's been a lot of fun. I was really happy to see that. I loved The Sopranos. That was pretty cool. I want to see if they have Nurse Jackie. I need to check that out and see if they have Nurse Jackie. Game of Thrones is starting soon. I think it's like the end of this month, isn't it? I picked up the DVD for last season, so I can't wait for Game of Thrones to start. I have been reading the books until I know I've talked about it until I got to this point in the next season, and I went, I don't want to ruin it, so I put the book away. It's going to be very interesting. Yeah, I think that's it though. I'm hoping that the knitting bug will come back, because the stitching bug bit really hard. Yesterday was stitch, 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 so I'm hoping the knitting bug will come back, or these might get kind of boring for you knitters, and I'm sorry about that. Yeah, spinning. I need to finish. I need to ply so I can start spinning again. Oh, my monthly roundup. Blew it all to heck. Bought 2. No, I bought 1. Like I said, I bought 1 pattern. 1 pattern for stitching. I didn't work 1 square. Not one square on my blanket. I spun the stuff, the 4 ounces, but I didn't ply it, so it didn't count. So, yeah, my goals for February didn't make any of them. So, the blanket one, I don't know. I have to be in the mood to knit it, and I haven't been in the mood to knit it. Like I said, I've been in the mood to stitch, not to knit. So, yeah. And I have been in the mood to spin, but to ply, I've got to figure out how I'm going to set my spinner up to ply. So, I'll have to figure that out tonight. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with whatever you craft. I hope you craft it to your heart's content. I'll see you guys next week.